Hi everyone, this is Dr. Robinson with Lucas.
Hello.
Okay, so Lucas is going to be setting up his word the way it needs to be. We're going to go through the commands. He's using JAWS, and we are going to put in letter format. And here we go, Lucas. So the first thing I need you to do is we need to understand what is the layout in Word. Insert F, don't do it yet, so let me tell you what you're going to listen for. Insert F is going to tell you your font, your spacing, and just about everything else about what it is about your document. And you want to use Insert F often so you understand if your font has changed or anything like that. So let's insert F and listen to your document.
11 point, black on white, calibri, normal style, line spacing, (1 lines, paragraph formatting, aligned left, outline level, body text.
Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is, especially when you're in school, when you're in the business world, the font is liable to change, but we always need to use Times New Roman. Yeah, see, you already know this.
Yes.
Times New Roman 12, yeah, because if you have been in school and you've written papers, we know that MLA and APA, the two standard formats in school, are Times New Roman 12 single space. So now we're going to go about changing the defaults in Word. So that means every single time you open Word, it's going to be Times New Roman 12. You are also going to use these font dialog boxes that I'm going to go over, I don't know, maybe 1 million, 2 million times in your life. Yeah. And then when you write letters, what's also really cool about the font box, which is going to be Control D, is you can actually write script. And then, of course, I'll show you how to do your own legal signature for all documents also. So you will never have to print out anything. You'll be able to insert your legal signature into anything. So lots of really cool stuff coming up. Yeah. So the first command you need to know is Control D. Now, before you do that, there are a lot of different ways to do this. I am giving you the commands that the first Office came out with, 97, 2003, because those at Microsoft, those were all DOS creators. Oh my gosh, they knew how to make everything was a command way back then. So we do have commands now, but it takes a lot more keystrokes. So why use the newer ones when the older ones so much faster? Control D.
Control D, font, edit combo, plus body to set the value. Use the arrow keys or type the value.
Yep. So whenever you get a brand new computer and a brand new office, it's always going to be Calibri 11 multi-spacing. So now we're going to set up our defaults. You can type TIM and it's automatically going to generate. You don't even have to hit delete, because when you hear selected, that means as you tab, everything's going to be selected. So you can always just start typing. Okay, so go ahead and just type TIM.
E-I-M-E.
Okay, I want you to hit escape because things, I'm not sure what you did, but you stopped all population of your font, and that's not the way it should work. Okay, so listen to the keystrokes and you're going to try it again. We could have forced it, but I want it to be a nice clean keystroke so you learn how to do it properly the first time. So let me tell you what you're going to do before you do it. You're going to do a Control D and you're just going to type TIM and you're going to hear Times New Roman populate and you're going to down arrow to it. Okay.
Control F, navigation, search, escape, document 1, edit. Control D, font, T, I, M,
down arrow.
E. Times New Roman.
Okay. And then as you tab, you're going to tab past font style. Regular is what we want. You're going to hear that. And then you're going to tab to size. You're going to hear 11. You can either down arrow once to 12 or you can type 12. Okay, go ahead.
So do I have to hit enter on the Times New Roman?
You do not.
So just hit tab?
Yeah. When you down arrowed and it said selected, it truly is selected. Good question. Good question. Okay, let's go ahead and tab.
Font style, edit combo, regular. To set the value, use the arrow keys or type the value.
That's what we want. Tab again.
Size, edit combo, 11. To set the value, use the arrow keys or type the value.
So you can either type 12 or down arrow once to 12.
1, 2.
Beautiful. And when you get your braille display, which you're going to get soon, you're going to actually be able to read that because your JAWS is set up in such a way that it's not repeating all the time. When you want to force it to talk to you, you're going to insert tab, and he will tell you exactly what you've just done. Insert tab.
Size : edit combo 12. To set the value, use the arrow keys or type the value.
So, and we love that. Let's say your mom was yelling at you to come here and you came back and then you're thinking, well, now where was I? What was I doing? Insert T tells you in general where you are at. Insert T.
Title is document 1-word font.
See? You're in your document, you're in your font dialog box. Okay?
Okay.
You understanding the power here?
Yes.
Insert T tells you in general, insert tab tells you exactly where you're at. And what I also tell kids, and I'm sure I've scolded you for this also, moving way too fast and you're actually moving past everything. So I tell, when I talk to kids, it's like, yeah, I know. Even at your age, you're a kid, even in the 20s. Yes, you're always going to be. If you're younger than me, you're a kid. So you can immediately stop JAWS from talking with hitting your control key and then just insert tab. It will save you a million tons of grief. So you're going to learn how to be moving really, really efficiently. Now on your own, because you're going to listen to this recording, I want you to tab through this whole font dialog box because it's extensive. And you're going to learn how to do color, and you can do superscript and subscript here also, but we have hotkeys for that. And we have for almost everything in here, but when you forget, we always want something to back up.
Right.
Us. Yeah. So to set as default, and it's going to be true whenever we go into dialog box to set default, it's going to be, don't do it until I tell you, Alt-D to set as default, and then JAWS is going to ask you, because he's going to talk a lot, well, do you want to do this for just this document or all documents based on the normal template? You are also going to learn how to rebuild your normal template when it decides to, die on you and not do what you want. And you're going to do Alt-A for, yes, I want to do all documents based on a normal template, and then you can hit enter. So I want you to just listen for that. So it's going to be Alt-D, and then you're going to do Alt-A, and then you're going to hit enter for the commands. You ready?
Alt-D, set as default button to activate, press spacebar. Alt+D, font, OK button to activate, press spacebar. Okay, now, you'll notice that it didn't even read to you. When your dialog box don't read to you, you're going to be sitting there going, okay, okay, what? And some of your boxes are just going to say, okay, and you're going to sit there and go, okay, what? Okay, what? Insert B is going to force that dialog box to read to you. Insert B. Font advanced font style size times New Roman regular 12 times New Roman regular 12 Tissa off serif pro italic 14 bold 16 Tissa off serif pro thin bold italic traditional Arabic 18 trebuchet MS 20 font. Insert B has never read the back box before. So isn't that interesting? So I'm going to give you another command, and every computer works a little bit differently. That's the reason why we want to know different commands to do things. So I want you to just do your JAWS cursor, which is caps lock P. So caps lock P. JAWS cursor. Now up arrow. All documents based on the normal template. Up arrow. This document only. Up arrow. You want to set the default font to Times New Roman 12 PT for colon. So technically, insert B should have done that, but for whatever reason, it wanted to read the whole font box behind it. So we'll keep trying out insert B. My guess is he'll probably straighten out someplace along here also. But when you go into your JAWS cursor allows you to read things that your PC cursor is not reading, okay? You're gonna learn about all the different cursors also. So is this your first introduction between the JAWS cursor versus the PC cursor?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you're learning the power of this. You're gonna also get into the web pages where the PC cursor, it's not gonna read that page, but you turn on your JAWS cursor and it's literally reading every single line. So you could continue to up arrow. And what you're going to hear, though, is it reads from the left-hand side of the page to the right-hand side of the page. So you're not just going to get exactly the information that you want to hear. You're going to get a whole lot of other information. So you're going to learn to listen past the information you don't need and just the information that you did need. Okay?
Okay.
But you need to go back to navigating. So you need to get back to your PC cursor, which is caps lock semicolon, and it allows you to go right back to your OK button. So caps lock semicolon.
PC cursor.
Beautiful. Now insert tab to listen exactly where you're at.
OK button to
See?
activate. Press space bar.
Isn't that cool?
Wow.
Yeah, right off the bat, you're thinking this is a lot of information for one.
Yeah.
Don't worry. This is the reason why we record, okay? And then you're just going to keep listening to this. And then, of course, we just repeat the lessons and it all start making sense. Go ahead and hit enter on, Alt A. We need to do Alt A for all documents based on the normal template. Remember that command?
Yes.
Yes, Alt A.
All documents based on the normal template. Radio button checked to change the selection.
So I just want to repeat. Remember, this is your PC cursor that's giving you all this power to move around, okay? And select things and move on. So once that's selected, you can just hit enter. Yes, that's what I want. I'm done. Hit enter.
Document 1-word edit.
Okay, so that dialog box closes, and as you heard, document 1 edit. So it's giving you, it's telling you, yeah, you can go ahead and start typing now. But we're not done. We need to change your paragraph spacing. And so always know, and you're going to be rebuilding this normal template also. When you copy and paste a lot, it's amazing how you can paste in macros. And then when you close, you're going to get the dialog box that says, your normal template has changed. Do you want to save this? Let me tell you, that gets pretty annoying when he starts saying that, and you will hear that. And then when he says it once or twice, you're going to say, okay, it's time to rebuild the normal template. When it does say that, you want to say no, because kids have literally saved their normal template with words in it. And then every time and every time you open Word, oh my gosh, there's that document. It's because they did change the normal template and they said yes, but they didn't realize there were words on that. Yeah. Okay. But you get the idea, the problem with that. But it's really easy to rebuild the normal template, so that's no big deal. It really is no big deal that anything happens on the computer. Everything can be fixed, okay?
Okay.
So now we need to change our paragraph spacing. And once again, it's an older command, but it's an oldie but goodie. Alt-O-P, okay? And these are just commands that you have to memorize, and you can. It's no big deal.
Did you say Alt-O?
Alt-O. Alt-O, and then you let
Alt-O, upper ribbon, home tab. To switch pages, press Control plus Tab, Alt followed by H.
You have to ignore everything that he just said. Since these are older commands, you literally have to follow them all the way through. Now hit P, and your paragraphing box will open.
P, leaving menus, leaving ribbons, Alt plus G, alignment, combo box, left. To change the selection, use the arrow keys, Alt plus G.
Yep. So beautiful, beautiful. So it automatic. So any of these older commands, you just have to follow them through. We've got also, and I'm actually going to have you do a header in this letter that you're going to write to her. And you probably understand that the header is in the white space of your margins, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you remember that. Great. And you cannot access the header unless you know the keyboard command to get to that white space. And then once you're in your paper, there's no way to get to the header. So you have to know the command to get into the header. And once you're in their header, there's no way to get actually to the body of your text until you get out of your header. Yeah, so I'm going to go over those commands also. Alignment left. Yes, that is what we want. And once again, on your own, I want you to tab through this whole dialog box. We have limited time. So of course, I'm just giving you the hotkeys to get to where you need to be on your own. You're going to listen to the recording. I always tell kids, pull up the recording on your phone, because then you can pause it and then go do it. Oh yeah.
Right.
We've got all the tricks down. Yeah.
Hmm.
You could pull it up on your computer, but then you're going to be alt tabbing back and forth between.
Right.
But yeah. So why do that? So pull it up on your phone and then pause it, go do it. Okay, so we're going to do the hotkey command because this is what we have to rebuild all the time when you rebuild your normal template. Alt F to after spacing. That is always what's off. You're going to hear 8 point. Every number in here needs to be 0. Okay.
Alt F, leaving menus after colon, edit combo 8PT to set the value. Use the arrow keys or type
Okay, so you're just going to hit the number 0.
0,
Okay.
0, 0.
Yeah, you're good. Just 1 0. I'm not sure. Did you hit lots of zeros, or is your JAWS just into the repeating thing today?
I guess it was into the repeating. I only hit it
Okay.
once, I swear.
Yeah. Oh no, I believe you. Oh no, I've heard a lot. I wish I could say I've heard everything. Every single day, I get to hear something new and go, "Oh wow, that's never happened before." Yeah. So
Also-
nothing surprises me. Yeah, nothing
Oh.
surprises me. I guess.
Windows key started working again.
Isn't that interesting? So your computer
Yeah.
wanted an update and decided to help your Windows key out. And I'm not kidding. That typically I just tell kids, hang in there, it will change. Yeah, just hang in there. But fortunately, you knew another command. And go ahead and tell everybody, if your Windows key stops, what's the keystroke that you learned to make it work?
Control escape.
Yeah, so when your Windows key doesn't work, Control Escape allows you to get into your Windows search. Yeah, there's always another way to do it. Anyway, back to our paragraph font box. So there's always two things, and that's what you're going to notice that you have to change. Two things you have to change in your font, two things you have to change in your paragraph. You're going to tab once, you're going to hear multi-spacing, which is incorrect. You need to hit S for single. Tab once.
Line spacing colon combo box multiple. To change the selection, use the arrow keys Alt plus N.
And S will
S,
automatically.
single, 1 of 6.
Okay, you want to tab off once just so you can make sure that
A
is.
colon, edit combo. To set the value, use the arrow.
Okay, once again, the set is default. It's going to be Alt D, Alt A to set for all documents and enter. So go ahead and
Alt
do
E, paragraph. OK button. To activate, press space bar.
that.
Alt A, all documents based on the normal template. Radio button check.
And enter.
Document 1-word, edit.
Okay. So we're going to prepare like this is going to be eventually a formal paper. You're writing a nice formal letter to someone. So the hotkey, once again, these are the older commands that work so much more, and they're also more accessible. You're going to notice that, and I'll take you the other way also so you can see, oh, that's not very accessible. No, it's really not. But the older commands are. So you're going to think view header, Alt V, then H. View header, Alt V, then H.
Alt V, upper ribbon, home tab. To switch page H, leaving menus, leaving ribbons, type in text, header.
Yeah, don't worry about listening to everything JAWS is going to tell you, because he's going to tell you stuff that you don't really need to hear and doesn't really make sense, okay? So it's back to knowing the commands, and you just need to do them. And JAWS told you, you're in your header. So I bet you remember, which side of the paper do we need to put our header? Left or right?
Right side?
Yeah. So
Is
you're going
that
to do
Control
a
R?
Control R. You got it. Control R.
Centered.
That was Control E.
Oh, oops.
Aligned right.
Okay, very nice. So you just learned what centered is. Control E is
Yeah.
centered. Now, when we're writing a paper, we do our last name and we insert your page number. We're also going to teach you a very great way to automatically insert your page number. That is so much better than the newer way. So let's kind of think about what we want to do. This is a justification letter, so we don't necessarily need to write a line. So kind of think about, would it look better on the right or in the center to put the word justification for services?
Probably not in the middle.
I would say either one is fine. You know,
Huh.
it's kind of a heading of your document, justification for services.
Right.
Yeah. Now, another thing you need to think about is who you're sending this to, because most blind people don't know to look up in the header for these words. I teach all of our students, you must look in the header when you get a new teacher, because there are teachers who place a lot of information in the header, and our students totally miss it if they don't know this command. Now in Google Docs, it's a little bit different, but I'll show you that also when we get to Google. So, you know what? You can put it, how about we just put the word justification up here, and then we're going to repeat it in the letter if you don't know whether that person is blind or sighted, because a lot of blind people don't know to check up in the header. but this is just to,
Right.
show them you've got this skill. So how about we just put justification up here, and then in the letter, in the body of it, we'll put justification for services. Okay?
Okay.
Does that sound good?
JUSTIFICATION.
Very nice. To get out of your header, oh, one more thing I wanted to quickly show you. If you
Is-
needed to get into your footer, just down arrow and listen to it.
Blank footer. Type in
Okay.
text.
I know, right? How cool is that?
So
Okay.
were we gonna insert page number too at the header?
We could. Do you want to?
To be honest, I don't think it'll be more than one page. So
It won't. And I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you, when you write a letter to somebody, you do not want more than one page. Okay?
oh,
You need to be brief, concise, get it in there. So to get out of your header, your footer, I just wanted you down there just so you can see. And you also know that when you put information in your header, if you wrote 100 pages, you never have
Yes.
to go back up there again. That's the advantage of it. Yep. Okay, so go ahead and hit escape and get out of your header and your footer.
Escape.
Beautiful. Okay, first thing you want to do is insert your date. We're going to use the automatic commands for that. You're going to do Alt N. N takes you to your insert key, and D to date and time. Let me tell you the reason why you want to learn the hotkey commands. If you did not know that command, you'd have to first find your insert key. You could hit Alt and then right arrow to it, or maybe you knew Alt N, but it would take probably 30 tabs to get insert the date and time.
that's a lot of tabs.
Or yeah, or you learn the hotkey. So how about we do Alt and D?
Alt N. Upper ribbon. Insert tab. This with D. Leaving menus.
Nice.
Leaving ribbons. Available formats. List box. 9/9/2020. To move to an item, press the.
Now, you also know that you have to, if this was an actual paper, an MLA or an APA, you actually
Right.
can go down 8 times and you're going to hear the full number, the full day, the full month, and the full year, which we know it needs to be. So you would hear 9 September 2020. And we have counted, it takes 8 times to go down there. But this, the date you're on, is the typical date we use for like business letters. Just 9/9/2020. That sounds
Okay.
good. Yeah. So for general work, you can just do Alt and D, enter, and kids learn to do that pretty whipping fast. Go ahead and hit enter on that.
Edit.
You're gonna enter twice.
Enter. Enter.
Okay. Now at this point, we're gonna go ahead and turn off the video because we're gonna do a lot of personal information in here that we don't want in the recording.
Okay.
But this is a really good recording just to show the general format and layout. And of course, you always want, for your salutation, you want the person you're writing to, you want their information below that. Then you're going to enter twice. White space is very critical. And you're going to say, dear whomever you're writing the letter to, right? And then a comma, and then enter. And then we begin the reason why we're writing this letter. Okay? And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Go ahead and say bye to everybody.
Bye. Thank you.